Hi everybody, happy new moon in Virgo. I have a special treat for you tonight. This is Kim from Expressions of the Universe. So I have a pick your own. I'm going to put the cards up here so that you can pick card number 1, card number 2, card number 3. I've chosen 3 animal totems for you for the new moon so that we can see what energy you need to be focusing on. The Virgo new moon, Virgo is all about virtue. It's about integrity, authenticity. Definitely focuses on health, body, mind, and spirit. Getting in right alignment with our body, mind, and spirit. And I think this is a good opportunity for all of us to really realign, take a look at what is out of place in our bodies and minds and spirits, because we do have a grand trine, and I believe it's a grand kite during this new moon in Earth. We have the stellium in Virgo, so everything is in that material, grounded Earth, coziness. But Earth is all about manifesting. So our thoughts and our words, our actions, they are going to be on hyperdrive as far as manifesting. Unfortunately, our good wishes that we want when we are thinking good thoughts and saying good words and being kind to others, they manifest slowly, because that is a buildup of energy that we have to have within ourselves. The unfortunate part is when we are carrying negative vibration, negative thoughts, negative words, limited self-beliefs, negative self-talk. Those are the things that manifest super quickly in our outer world. So when we aren't feeling good on the inside, it shows up almost immediately during this type of energy, during this transit, during Virgo season, Taurus season, and Capricorn season, very, very quickly. But it's almost unprecedented, the astrological aspects that we're seeing for this time. And so it's a great opportunity for us to get into wonderful alignment. Now I'm going to put the cards up here for you to choose. I'll give you a few seconds. Go ahead and pause your screen, close your eyes, take a big deep breath, and exhale and open your eyes and choose the card that sticks out the most to you. I'm setting these with 3 different types of moonstones since it is for the new moon. So go ahead, and I'll see you back here in just a moment. All right, so we're back. I hope you've chosen your card. I do want to do each of the houses for each astrological sign so you know what you're focusing on, depending on your sun sign or your rising sign, maybe even your moon. So for the Virgo sun signs, rising signs, and moons, it's in the first house, and you do have that stellium. Also, with the grand trine in Earth, you can see that in my last weekly wisdom. I do a little chart explanation. It's about the self. It's about self first impressions, how you're nurturing yourself, how you're caring for yourself. It's all about realigning the self. I mean, this is Virgo season. So if you do have a lot of Virgo in your chart, I happen to have a stellium in the 3rd house in Virgo. There will be an impact. I think for also any earth sign, which would be Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn, because of that grand trine, you will have some big transformations from now until the end of the year. Okay, so Libra, you're in the 2nd house. That is about material wealth, our possessions. So it's a realignment with that, right mind thinking with that. Scorpio, third house, communications and friendships. Sagittarius, fourth house, ancestors, roots, your family life, the mother, the father. Capricorn's fifth house, that's telling me automatically that the Capricorns need to get out and play a little bit more, because that's the house of pleasure, joy, happiness, and also children and playing and being childlike. Aquarius, you're in the sixth house, so there's a big focus on health. Definitely with this Virgo energy, it's about eating right, getting plenty of sleep, getting plenty of exercise. I feel like a lot of Aquarians really need to get out there and just make a complete transformation. And I think this has come up several times. Oh, I also want to point out, I'll keep it going and then I'll come back around for the Virgos. Pisces, focus on the seventh house, which is about your spirituality. It's also your partnerships, your marriages, your relationships. Aries, it's endings and transformations for you in the eighth house. For Taurus, ninth house, it is about going back and maybe going back to school, learning something new and getting out and traveling some more. I think that Tauruses have been like really stuck in one place, I'm feeling, for a little too long, and you need to get out. Gemini's 10th house, which would be a focus on career. Me being a Gemini, I don't ever want to focus on the career. Cancer's 11th house, and that would be about your social life, coming out of your shells, getting out, socializing a little bit more, being out in the limelight. Leo's, it's 12th house, but it's kind of 11th and 12th house cusp. And so this is talking a lot about past life, things from, excuse me, my voice still isn't good. I'm just getting over being sick. For the Leos, this is about looking at things from the past, that how it's affecting you, what your perception of the past is, not living in the past. And I also want to point out for Virgos, a little bit of this transit is the 12th house, definitely, as I pointed out in the weekly wisdom. So we have a lot of that energy going on too. For Leos, Virgos, it's karma cleanup. 12th house also rules the underworld, the underground, like the 8th house does, but it's spiritual, the other side. It's also hospitals, institutions. So that would talk about mental health. And all right, so let's get to these cards. Now, I will be using the guidebook a little bit because I'm still not feeling 100% well, and I don't know how good the channel comes out, so I really just want to give you good information and make this fun for you, for the pick your own, for the new moon. Usually I'm winging it, but I'm still recouping from this sore throat, laryngitis, and the fever that I had earlier this week. So let's pan down. And here are the cards once again. Card 1, card 2, and card 3. All right. So if you chose card 1, it is Elephant Spirit. I'm going to come up and I'll show you these a little bit better. Card number 2 is Turtle Spirit. And card number 3 is Crow Spirit. So I chose these blindly. And then I picked a card. I picked the middle card, which is Turtle Spirit. And then I turned them over. So I didn't choose them. I let my guides choose them. So for Elephant Spirit, this says, learn from the past. And I wish I could like put it up here somehow, some way. I guess I mean, if I used my software, I could. So elephant spirit says, although we often wish we could learn or leave the past behind, elephant spirit reminds us that memory matters. We must respect the wisdom of the elders who hand down to us traditions that have shaped to express our connection to each other and to respect and have that for the community. What has come before informs what we are experiencing today, and we must never forget our legacy of strength and dignity. Elephant appears with the message that we are to acknowledge that which came before and learn from it. So what I was gathering from this also too, I think it goes a lot with that Leo and the Virgo energy for this new moon. A lot of past life things are being cleared, and so that would definitely make sense. But it's also reminding me to let you all know, think about the past, think about the things that happened in the past, but don't live in the past. Acknowledge it, take from it what is wise and useful, and then you need to move on. This is definitely a cycle of transformation. So you're going to take the best bits of the things that you've learned from the past, and then you're going to move on from it. This is not about staying stuck in the past. Definitely not. And I think too many of us do that, and then we wind up suffering because you're living so much in the past and you're wishing for things to be the way that they used to be, and they're not. And you will most likely never get those back again, those moments or those people or those animals or situations. So just be grateful for what you had when you had it, and then look forward to the new things that are coming. All right, so the next card that we have it's the turtle spirit, and it says slow and steady wins the race. And I kind of like this because now that the seasons are changing, we are slowing down a little bit. I mean, in the southern hemisphere, you're probably getting ready to speed up as you're coming into your spring, and we're coming into our autumn here in the northern hemisphere. Things slow down, and it's time for us to get comfy cozy up here in the northern hemisphere. I'm actually looking forward to it. It feels like for the first time ever I'm ready for the season to change, and I'm usually never. But anyway, I love this sea turtle. The oracle message says, turtle spirit arrives to remind you that when you do what you need to do, putting one foot in front of the other and trusting that you will see your intentions manifest in perfect timing, your prosperity and love will grow exponentially. Now is not the time to rush around trying to force matters. Move slowly, perhaps even so slowly that it almost feels as if you're not moving at all. This may be a time to crawl before walking, taking your time to align to Turtle Spirit's place as you contemplate the road you are on, doing what you need to do in this small moment that will soon pass. All right. So many of us are really always in a hurry to manifest the things that we want. We think that we need to do some sort of action to force along or help along what happens. And I am such a believer in if something is meant to happen or come to me, it will. And I have a lot of friends that kind of drive me crazy, especially when it comes to the dating arena and when it comes to love. They feel that they should text and message, the person that they're interested in all the time. Oh, I have to stay in contact with them. Or they'll forget about me. And I'm like, no, because if somebody really likes you, they'll be contacting you all of the time. There wouldn't be any question. Also, too, I mean, like that kind of goes for anything that is meant for you. If something is meant for you and it's the right time and the right place, you will be like a magnet. And any kind of opportunity that is supposed to be yours will show up. And then it's your job to decide if you accept that opportunity or not. So, I keep talking about sliding doors or windows of opportunity showing up for us, especially too in a reading. If I see something happening for a person, the potential of something happening for a person, that doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to happen, because we always have options. You can choose that option if it shows up, or you can choose to go down another path. Often too, you could choose to go down the other path before the option shows up, and you'll miss that option at first. But if it's truly meant for you, you'll swing back around and you will run into that option again, maybe just at a later time, because you're going to learn a couple of other lessons along the way. So just because something is seen in a reading and then it doesn't happen, it probably means that you or another person involved took another option, so that could just be delayed for a little bit. Okay, so the third card, it is Crow Spirit. And I really, when I saw this come up, I'm surprised that I didn't take it, but my guides are telling me to slow down. Obviously, the sore throat and laryngitis, I was forced to do that this week. So it says co-create with spirit. And I love that. The co-creation with spirit, this is about, I don't even really have to look at the book. This is about noticing all of the signs, the signals that are being sent to you. This is about aligning so far into your inner being that you notice every little thing around you when a sign is being sent to you. I've been finding a lot of feathers again. And I think the last year, I usually find a lot of feathers, but the last year has been completely dry. And now they're like dropping out of the sky. And I just recently found a huge raven feather on one of my morning walks. But let's see what the guidebook has to say real quickly so that I don't miss anything. Okay, so this oracle message is saying, as you look around, can you sense the magic that pulses through the world? Have you witnessed how every thought can become a thing? How every intention can call the universe into action as the sacred laws shape what you experience? The universe works in perfect order. When you align your thoughts, feelings, and beliefs with spirit, you will want to crow with delight, feeling the excitement and wonder of being in harmony with something much larger than yourself. Crow Spirit says you are right on target now to see your dreams magically come into being in the visible world. The laws of abundance, compensation, frequency, and praise are operating in your favor now. So this is fantastic if you chose that. I hope you all chose that, because that's super magical. All right, well, that's all I have for you for this new moon. I'm losing my voice again. I hope you liked this video. Please share it with your friends. Have them pick a card. Happy new moon blessings. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to subscribe, click like, and you can go ahead and comment me too. And for any of you that are waiting on the Ask Me Anything questions, I will be recording them and the September tarot scopes for each sign. They're coming soon. Until then, happy new moon. Bye.